Hi there. My name is Faye. And on the 23rd of March 2014, I died. So, well, that morning, 12 years ago, I remembered I was in my small room in Lewisham, South London. And I remember so clearly because that morning I was a little bit surprised because when I woke up, the sunshine was cutting through directly to the room, you know. The whole room was full of sunshine, which is definitely not normal for England. So I remember that really clear. It was really warm, beautiful sunlight coming directly from outside to inside. But unfortunately, this sunlight didn't warm me up because I think that the inside of me that morning was already cold. But I do feel like there's something going on. There's like a huge power inside of me, like trying to move, trying to break something, trying to get through something. So yeah, I felt something really strange and something really powerful at the same time, and not quietly, not smoothly at all. And I think it felt like boiling magma trapped beneath thick, choking smoke, like massive waves crashing under a rolling storm. Like every part of me was fighting everything I had used to hold myself together. I felt like I'm going to crack down that morning, that moment when I saw the sunshine, and I felt like I'm going to crack into pieces. Numbness, anger, pain, sorrow, and fears, everything I had pushed down for years came rushing upward, spilling out, hitting the ceiling and filling every corner of the room. So yeah, the room was full of the smell of death. I felt like there's a monster inside of me. It's just trying to get out of me, trying to break through me, trying to, open me from inside out. And I cannot do anything about it. I felt like hopeless. I felt like that's it. That's probably the last day of my life. That's probably the last moment I can breathe. The last moment I can see this world. I feel like I'm going somewhere which is definitely out of control, somewhere, like crazy. I can't describe it. 100% because I felt like, I am out of my mind. I was totally broken inside. So what I did was, I remember clearly, I just screaming and crying in my own room, and without stop, because I can't stop. I couldn't stop myself because I felt like I need to shout, I need to scream, I need to cry. So it felt like a disaster, I felt like hell in that room. This is what happened that day, and I felt like, alright, so if that's it, if that's all, the last question is, why? Why am I still alive? So just at the moment I felt like I'm going down, I felt like I'm leaving this world. There's suddenly something came to my brain. I feel like this is like a self-help system or something from the brain. My brain starts to search for the memories which can really help me. And very interesting, which is my brain at this very moment, she remembers something like an interview. It's a very random interview I had watched for a long time ago. It's about a Chinese actor. He was talking with a woman about his own experience, and he also experienced something like this very moment in his life. He trying to figure out what to do, and what he did is he tried a magical hug, which is hugging himself. So in the beginning I was thinking, this is ridiculous, there's no way. How can the people hug themselves? I mean, you hugging the air. That's not true, this is not real. But you know what? I had no other clue, because I felt like helpless. I feel like I'm the last person in this planet. Nobody else can help me. So somehow I just decided to try it. So what I did was just like what he said. I get up from my chair, obviously, and turn around, because the room's really small, so I have to find a corner for myself. So I stand in the middle of the room. There's a little space over there, and I start to close my eyes and have a deep breath. And then I rise up my arms just like this, and then start to imagine there is another me is hugging this wounded, broken, already in hell me. I mean, just feeling like held, I feel like protected, I feel like accepted by this another me, just over here. So I stay there for a few seconds. I don't know how long exactly, but interesting, because after that hug, that magical hug, immediately I felt like something very different. I felt like, this monster was inside of me, had fallen asleep tightly, just like a baby. And yes, when I just, go back to my chair and I start to feel again about myself. I felt like, you know what? I made it. I made it. I know there will be nothing else in the future can stop me. I felt like, I already have a new life. I felt like a rebirth. I felt like, I can embrace a little bit more again. And since that day, I had a new idea. There's something I want to do, which is I want to warm up my own heart first, and then the sky. What is YongBao method and what is YongBao project? Well, before answering all the questions, there's something you need to know. What is YongBao? YongBao actually is a Chinese word. It's not some word that I created myself. It's a Chinese word which means hug. And for me, it actually means this magical hug we were talking about. And yeah, because this magical hug actually saved my life and brought me the rebirth, so that's why I decided to use YongBao, this word, to this project and also to the method. And when we talk about YongBao method, there is something also I want to say in the beginning, because remember I was talking in the story earlier that I was in a really, really bad situation, and I felt like that's the hell for sure. And at this moment, at this very moment actually, when I was in hell, I was actually confused because I don't know what to do. I want to feel better. I want to live again. I want to, go back to the light, but I can't because I don't know how to do it. I feel like there is no such one system, one book, one, theory can really direct somebody, or just saying, look, here are the ideas step by step that you can follow from this point to that point. No, I didn't find, at least that moment, I didn't find anything. So that's the first reason I start to think about, why wouldn't somebody do it? And then the second thing is, I would say, I want to give a lot of thanks to my therapist and psychologist. They really helped me a lot. I needed the professional help, and it does work. But at the same time, I felt like all the information they brought me is like pieces. So all like little pieces that I have to put it like a puzzle. I have to solve it myself. So I was thinking, why would somebody, why don't somebody just make a guidebook? Like, if you have a broken TV, so you just follow, the guide, and that's it. Something, much more clear, something consider a person more like a system. So this is when I actually start the idea to make YongBao method. I want this method to be a complete healing system which can help a person from the lowest point, darkest point of their life, and step by step and going to the light, or let's say to going to be fully living again. And yeah, that was the idea. And even though that took me about 12 years to actually, with all the experiment, trying the methods, testing, and make conclusion and put it in the system. Yeah, it took me 12 years. And in the end, I have something for you guys, which is a repair guide for broken human beings. A broken human being just like I was. Okay, so yes, YongBao method, if we say really clearly, easy to understand, YongBao method is a complete healing system. Also, you can call it a repair guide for broken human beings. And yes, so that's where the idea came from. I want to do this guidebook. I want to do this guide videos or ideas. And the whole method can be divided into two parts. And the first part is about feelings. So I normally call it the feeling pathways. And the second part is normally about thinkings. So I call it the thinking pathways. And each pathway have about 4 steps. And each steps has about 27 videos. So which means there will be a lot of videos coming. But there's one thing I want to, there's one thing I want to mention seriously here. YongBao method is a way of being, even though it was based on, real tests, experiments, and conclusion, but it's not a professional treatment. So it cannot replace professional treatment. So please be aware of that. And then there's something else we actually are doing, which is, that's why later we have YongBao projects, because all these 12 years I've been trying to figure out, testing on my own heart, with my own body, how to heal myself. But at the same time I felt like, method is just part of it. But everything around us is actually a part of the healing journeys. Sometimes we couldn't even notice them. Sometimes it could be a tree. Sometimes it could be a really good meal, a good food. Sometimes it could be just sunshine. You never know. And for me, most of the things which I saw can really heal people, which are, for example, paintings, sculptures, travel, products, and so on. So that's why we are actually doing something else in YongBao projects. We are creating an online art gallery where true emotions can be seen, shared, and taken home. At the same time, we are exploring travel, especially healing journeys. And last but not least, we are creating objects, or we can say products, that can keep you company whenever you need. And in the future, there are a few directions we are slowly moving forward. One is online space, where people carrying similar pain or sorrows can find each other, or looking for professional help. Another is technology. We are also exploring how AI can gently support life. So yes, This is YongBao project, and this is YongBao method as well. We are actually trying to do it, and we need your support. Right. So, last but not least, the most important thing for YongBao project actually is neither the method nor anything else I was talking about, to be honest. The most important thing is actually a message. A message that I had wrote in this letter. It was a letter from me to myself. I wrote it for myself, but it was also for you guys as well. So if you please allow me to read it for you. Dearest me, please allow me to write this letter to you. I have so much to say to you, and I mean every word I write here. All these years, I have been right here beside you. I saw you. I saw how hard you tried to bury your pain. I saw how much you struggled, and I saw how life tortured you to an endless hell. I saw it all, and I feel you. I can feel your confusion, your sorrow, your fear, and your pain. I felt like the burning fire and never-ending tears in those silent nights. I feel it all. I know you had tried your best. I know you are tired. Too tired to move any further in this coldness. Too tired to walk any further in this darkness. I am so sorry that I left you suffer alone before. I do apologize that I couldn't find you earlier, but please believe me, from now on you have me. And thank you so very much for not giving up on hope, for not giving up on your life, for not giving up on us, even when you were in hell. Thank you. And also thank you to all the people who helped us, and even to those who hurt us. Because of them, we can begin again. Because of them, we can see the world from a new angle. And because of them, we can understand the life from a different place. And I want you to know that you are not alone. I'm here beside you. I'm here to walk with you. I'm here to love you. Because I am you. You are me. And no matter when, no matter what, you will always have me right here, loving you. Life is a long and beautiful journey, and along this journey, we all need to grow. We all need to experience until the day death knocks our door. But I want you to really live your life, to be you as you are, to see every sunrise and every sunset, to feel all the mountains and seas. Because in the end, life is beautiful and worth every minute to live it. So yes, my dearest me, at the end of this letter, I truly want to say I'm really sorry that I arrived late. Thank you very much for your waiting, and I love you.